Hello. Okay, let's
Yeah.
go. This is Freishia, this is me, and we are here on Coffee with Creators, episode 16. God, it's so sad it's just water and not gin. Actually, it'd be so awesome if you're taking swigs of gin. And like, you coffee, I'm on
I
harder drinks.
I decided to take like your coffee conversation up like another scale today, and I was like, "Chal, shots karte hain. Party
Let's go.
karte
Shot. Shoot
hain."
it. How have you been, Freishia? What's life been like for you? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Freishia is an excellent MC, host, actor. You'd see her at almost every event, launching cars, launching phones, just launching a lot of things, talking to the big people from the company. She's easily one of the most preferred MC. She's got a few awards to even say that she is the best MC out there. So she's done a very good job with what she is. And she runs a YouTube channel called Whack, where if you guys had seen that video of Parsis in India, Bombay, yeah,
Yes,
that
Xerxes is
one,
in it. Everyone's like,
yeah, and
Xerxes is
that's
also
her.
in it.
Yes, so that's Tresha's video, and that's part of the VAC series. She's on her YouTube channel. Go subscribe. She puts excerpts right here on Instagram as well. So
Yep.
that's Tresha. But now,
Yep.
Tresha, we've barely met like once or twice. We've only spoken work as such. This is probably our
Yeah.
first informal chat as such.
Yeah. But isn't it amazing? Don't you feel like, Xerxes? I feel like this has been the year of that, right? We've kind of like met new people, and especially for me, I've met
Mm-hmm.
new people. I've created a team that I've never
Oh,
physically met.
okay.
Yeah. And I've done all of this in a lockdown. Um, and that what I'm trying to say is like you were just saying that, we've also like met only like properly once, but we've somehow over this last 1 year like
Connected,
connected, chatted so much, right? Because suddenly it
right?
just feels like that is the only way that you can connect.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, it makes socializing so much more easier. You don't have to go to bars and like waste money on drinks, and you can just talk to people. And now Clubhouse is on, and Clubhouse is even better when
Have
you
a
can
drink
have
at home
informal,
instead.
yeah, and just talk. So, but Sresha, what I see is that you've ramped up your own content creation in the lockdown.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, you
Yeah.
had VAC, it was a little dormant or irregular for a while, but the lockdown made you go active with it.
Yes.
Shoot, why? How? What happened?
We so I had back, and then
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately we had like a bit of a legal problem, or sometimes partnerships are complicated, and
Wait, it's a
sometimes,
partnership.
yeah, and sometimes
Okay, go,
partnerships
go, go.
run
Pull
out.
back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back all the way.
Okay.
Where did VAC start? When did VAC start? How did VAC start? What is VAC?
Okay, so for all of you that have just tuned in, this is a
One
YouTube
second,
channel.
my Google just picked up for some reason.
Is it playing back?
No, it just started saying I can't help you right now. I didn't even ask for it. Sorry, buddy. Okay, what is VAC and the works? Please, sorry, my bad.
Somebody just asked us in the comment section that are we Parsis? And yes, we are.
Yes, fully
The
Parsis.
rare opportune moment when two Parsis come together and have a conversation, considering there's very few of us out there.
Lesser than the Tigers, apparently.
Sad, really.
Okay, yeah, please go back.
So, this YouTube channel I started in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and I did it in a partnership with another company.
Okay.
And the thing is that it's not like most people think, okay, it ended because it must have gone south, or it must have like ended badly. No, it didn't. Sometimes just some partnerships just don't work out, and after a certain amount of time, they run their course. It's just that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened, where at one point you're like, okay, this relationship is, we both don't have the same vision anymore. It's as simple as that.
Hmm.
But when lawyers get involved and ownerships of IPs get involved and all
Oh,
of that starts happening, there's a reconciliation that has to take place. Those things take time. And because of that, I had to stop the channel, and I had to stop the channel for like a year and a half, 2 years.
oh, oh.
Yeah. And that was just heartbreaking, right? Because you've like picked up so much steam and you've got the channel going and there's all this happening. And when a YouTube channel goes off completely, you cannot even imagine how badly the algorithm gets affected. I
Right.
mean, the YouTube algorithm is so demanding that if I don't post for 2 weeks right now, it'll get affected. So forget like a year and a half. Imagine what happens in that much time span. So yeah, that's basically what took place. And then I had to really work hard on getting the channel back, getting that momentum going. The lockdown got announced, which obviously meant that my event work was going to completely stop. But simultaneously in March, I like to call it the adoption papers, they finally came through for WAC. And my baby was mine completely, legally, IP and everything that I had fought for. And it kind of just happened. No, man, Vineet, Culture Machine did a lot for me. And I am so, so grateful to them about, for everything that they did for Wax. So I will never turn around and say like they're shit or they're crap or anything. Just some relationships, they just run their course. And that's exactly what happened. So I had to start again from ground zero. Also, you have to understand that they would do the editing of the videos.
And that's a
And
big, big, big thing.
I've learned how to edit in 1 year now.
Yeah, I know.
If you see my latest videos, I'm actually pretty proud of it because, like, how on Instagram and everywhere, like, people keep telling you, pick up a new skill, the older that you get, the learning process should never end, da 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 da, like all of that, right? And that's what happened. It was amazing that I learned this whole new skill in this 1 year. And I know how to edit.
Perfect. What is your preferred mode of editing? What machine,
I
what
use
software
Final Cut Pro.
on the MacBook?
Yeah, because I have the MacBook. I know that everybody keeps telling me to like try Premiere Pro, but I just feel like I've spent the last 1 year fiddling around so much with Final Cut.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I have to render a full HD video, I can't touch my laptop for 7 hours. Oh no, what laptop do you have?
it's definitely a PC.
Yeah, you're probably doing it on a PC, and you should probably also check your settings. For me, it was such a trial error process because there's like when you create the project, what settings you have, and when you're rendering, what settings you have, and when you transfer, what settings you have. But everything's available on Google.
That it is. In fact, I had a similar journey with Geek Out Weekly, Afrobawa reviews, now this, because I too didn't even have any property before the lockdown happened. I had nothing. I was just
Yeah,
chilling all the way. And then when lockdown happened and went into a slump, I was like, okay, shit's not gonna come to me just like that. I'll have to do something. And that's how I started making Geek Out Weekly. And that's how I learned
yeah,
editing. And I went around Googling how to, and I was like, so I was experimenting and I finally found a flow around it. And now with Afrobawa and all of that, it just like, does it happen with you that when you're rendering a vertical video on FCP, does it take
yeah.
longer than rendering a horizontal video?
I actually don't land up making any vertical, like I don't land up doing any Instagram content because we just like reformat it. We have like another template that we've created for IGTV.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to like do like I don't
But
need
it's
to
a
do
crop,
any
no?
Instagram. So if you go to my IGTV, what you'll see is that we've actually made like a whack kind of template. And it's got like the bugs, and then it's
Mm-hmm.
got the same horizontal video that is over there.
Right. So you just
So we've
replace the video every time.
aesthetically, yeah, yeah. So we've created like an aesthetic, a really nice aesthetic for the top and bottom. Because also, like I said, I mean, we're a really small team. There's only that much that all of us can like do. So I'm trying to like streamline it and make it as easy as possible for everyone to get their work done. Also, this is the first time in my life I have a team.
Exactly, I wanted to ask you that. So there's obviously
Yeah.
a lot of people who are probably looking at us, who are probably thinking of making content, who are probably thinking of getting into the creation of it all. Um, what can you tell them? Because like there are times when I think that maybe I need a team, maybe I need an editor on board, maybe I need a social media person on board. And there are times when I'm like, no man, I'm doing this myself. I don't need it.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
which point did you feel like you needed a team? What was that?
So my team is like
Mm-hmm.
two people.
That's still a
and
team.
and Noila, who is in my team, is right here. Hey,
I know a lot.
Noila here, Freishia. Yeah, so she's logged in, I think, from like her mom's ID. Noila, who handles my social media, who's not on social media, by the way. Uh,
Wow, that's excellent. Like I
but
don't know
she
what to
she
say.
but she still like knows everything that's happening on social media. Hey, Sahil,
Attar's also
Sahil's here
here.
as
What's
well.
up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Sahil's amazing, amazing. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy, he
Knows how
is
to
like
party.
I learn. No, I was talking about having a team. Like I learned so much from Sahil also, like he's so good with like getting the team together and keeping them going and keeping them like motivated, and like he gives me like some really good like ideas on how to do that as well. Somebody here saying I would not that they want to connect and learn from your experiences. They basically want to know, is Freishia a good boss or not?
Is Freishia a good boss?
Well, we should ask Noila that.
No. What's your
Because
take? How particularly like that word are you? Like how particular are you, or how
I'm very
lenient are
particular.
you?
I'm very
So
particular.
like.
And I'm really particular about like sometimes, like the silliest things, right? Because like the OCD of certain things will kick in, and I'll be like, why is this line covering my face? And why did that go out of, there she goes. She's saying Fisha is the loveliest. um,
10% bonus increment.
so those little things that I'm really particular about. But that being said, I'm also very particular. I keep asking like them, I'm like, are you learning?
Mm-hmm.
Are you learning? Because also working with somebody, especially when you're starting out in your career, and this is like your first job, second job, it's so important that you also need to learn
Mm-hmm.
and you also need to grow. So sometimes I'll literally give her stuff to do that is out of her comfort zone so that she
Nice.
also learns in this entire process. Also, I try, and I will confess that I don't manage to meet my own rule a lot of times, where I try and say that, okay, post 9:30, we should not talk at night because everybody just needs downtime. Sundays should be free, but unfortunately we've now made Sundays as release dates, so the morning, always that 1 hour between us, gets a little like like release mornings are always like really hectic. um, but then after that it's like no contact, like everybody phones off, chat, do not talk to me, and I will not talk to you no matter how urgent it is. I'm sure it can wait till Monday now because we pushed the video out, the release has taken place. So, but coming back to your thing about having a team, um the thing is, it all literally happened a month back, like 2 months back.
Okay.
And it just happened. You meet the right person, and then you're like, you know what? Wait 1 second. Like, let's do this for a month, and then you're like, okay. First, I kept thinking, no, I've been doing everything on my own. Why do I need somebody?
Yeah.
But now I've realized that I can really just maximize my time this way. There are
Mm-hmm.
like certain things that don't. You also got to learn how to let go. It's very tough.
I am aware.
Yeah, you're like, because you're so used to doing everything, and then you have to learn to like let go, and be like, okay, fine, it's in safe hands. It can happen, and it will happen, and it will happen
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I just then you suddenly realize that it's cool. This is working, and now I have more time to think and work on videos and things like that. I'm not on Clubhouse. Are you on Clubhouse?
Me? Yeah. I've
Yeah,
started like big time. Like every night
big
at
time.
around 9 or something, I'll start a room. I have a club called Creators Anonymous, which is mainly for creators
Oh,
and people who want to be creators. And we talk about like one of our topics was our all influencers creators. Another topic was our is social media, making a living on social media, like penny wise pound foolish, having that as your only source of livelihood. Today we are going to do a club. where Ankit from Red Bull's gonna join in, and he wants to listen to people about their
Hmm.
dream projects, and they might just pick up some dream projects. So, I mean,
Oh,
if you
nice.
want
I've
to
worked
come
with
in
Red
today,
Bull.
yeah, they're pretty chill. Do you want to come in today?
Sure. Okay, so all of you that have tuned in as well, I'm going to be on Clubhouse. This is going to be my first Clubhouse. I have to
Okay.
sign in.
I will
Um,
lead you through this offline. But yeah,
yeah,
basically, Clubhouse is damn chill. It's like the best part about Clubhouse, I don't have to dress up. I don't have to wash
right.
my hair. I It doesn't matter how I look. I could be sitting in my boxers, which I already
You know,
am, but no
I
shirts.
have always wanted to ask you this question. What
Yes.
shampoo do you use?
L'Oreal. I switch between the five oils golden one which you get at retail stores. Then sometimes I
Okay.
switch to the cosmetic range which you get in salons. I keep switching so that my hair doesn't get used to something.
Guys, listen, like from a boy's point of view, like Xerxes always has like damn good hair. So if you see, look at all the hearts that are coming in, they know it. They're like, dude, the brother's got damn good hair. He's doing something right. I'm gonna actually, I saw this one question and I do want to take it up.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us something about your Patreon and how does it work? I joined Patreon a few months back as well because
Mm-hmm.
obviously as a creator, what I realized is that I want to make sure that I can support my team because
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, the way it works, unless your videos are like making, like, unless your views are going into lakhs and like double lakhs, you're not going to make that much money, like a lot of money. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
So I also simultaneously started my Patreon, and this is just to let all you guys know. Basically, on my Patreon, I share a lot of like behind the scenes bloopers, and every video has like a bunch of bloopers. They're always there, no matter what. It's never an easy process, and there's always something going on and some mistakes taking place. So we've got our bloopers with the behind the scenes. You also get to see like what my process is like and how I shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I share really interesting articles as well, things that like really inspire me. And once every 2 months, we do like a private Zoom chat where
Mm-hmm.
all my members from YouTube, I run a YouTube membership as well.
Mm-hmm.
So from YouTube and as well as Patreon, we all come together and we discuss future whack topics and we have coffee. Like we literally do it. We do like a coffee session. And everybody comes with like a coffee mug and we sit down, we talk about future videos. And in fact, this whole lineup of videos that has taken place this month has been because of the last Patreon session that we did where we kind of like jammed and came up
Mm-hmm.
with ideas and we incorporated them.
Nice, nice. That's
Yeah.
actually like you actually hear people out, give them an opportunity to talk, and then you implement it as well. That's great. That's great crowdsourcing. So, and for those of you who don't
Yeah.
know what Patreon is like a members only access to your favorite creators. And Freishia's on Patreon, and if you're on Patreon, go find her. You can join her club, and you could possibly have a topic on WAC as well.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
And we'll have like another coffee session where we only discuss that. It's great fun. Yeah. It's great
fair
fun.
enough. Risha, tell me
Yeah.
one thing. You were doing a hell lot of events before the lockdown hit. Like you were everywhere, and then this
Yeah.
this slump came in and hit all of us hard. So I'm sure you're
Yeah.
no exception to it.
Yeah.
You've done a few
Absolutely.
virtual events and all of that, right?
Oh, yeah. So, as soon as the lockdown got announced, I was very fortunately one of the few who started doing a lot of virtual work. I still do
Mm-hmm.
virtual events. With the second lockdown that just took place, we kind of saw that completely stop, like across the board. We
Yeah.
saw that completely stop. But last year, I probably did like 50, 60 like virtual events as well.
So, I mean, how did it hit you in terms of like your mental health, your physical well-being, with the fact that you can't go out, meet people, can't host events, and you're a freelancer, so obviously that's your source of income. So that
Yeah,
took a hit completely. How did you cope
absolutely.
with that?
So, okay, so there's like a few things, right, over here.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, I felt like I was really fortunate that whack. kind of was already in the pipeline of getting launched at that point. So I was able to kind of like take all my energies and focus it back onto this channel. And this channel is like my baby. It takes so much time and it takes so much energy and it takes so much out of me that mentally I was very lucky that I could just shift focus here. That's all that, kind of needed to be done. In terms of course, I'm human and I really, really miss being on stage. I still miss being on stage. And now I feel like it's hitting me more than it did last year. Because when it happened, I was like, okay, look, the whole world has shut down. This is like in our history, hopefully, this will be the first time we will ever encounter circumstances like this. Like the whole world shut down. For you to then sit down and say, like, Arey, why me? My source of income got taken away, all of that. No, the whole world was in it with you. And if you kind of like manage to just move out of the me